Hello Aquarius, thank you for joining us. This is Rosemary coming to you from Ansara Angels. This Angelscope is for both Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Moon. These are your October 2014 angel answers from your Aquarius angel Cambriel, who resides over fixed air. Aquarius leaves September behind, wishing there has got to be a better way to bring happiness to everyone on the planet, pulling in the profound, albeit winning energies of the Hunter's Moon on the 8th of the month of October. This is the season for knowing when to surge ahead and when to draw back. You must take in the entire magnificence of this life on Earth, Aquarius, so set free the keys to your heart, granting life to the entire world, because many others need your wisdom at this time. For this is the season of the witch, and the innocent peoples of the earth need your protection. Even so, if you're a carnivorous plant, your offerings might be more easily cowed if you focus on the true desires and needs of those you wish to bestow blessings upon. Those whom you seek to gift your compassion towards, though, will prove to be a bit more troublesome, displaying pig-headed tendencies when attempting to coax you into their way of thinking, be it religious or spiritual systems, which all taste the same at the end of the day. The water bearer is looking at 2 eclipses this month, a total lunar eclipse on the 8th and a partial solar eclipse on the 23rd of October. With all the scary sky show going on, this month is going to be a time of wildly fun activity, planning, and performances. Remember, the method used by nature is to build up and then break down, as seen as in any growth, peak, and devastation aspect of this third-dimensional existence we call life. So, put on your chilling masks, grab your trick-or-treat hag bag, and get your share of the seasonal loot. The spiritual aspects of the outer planets of Neptune and Uranus do just fine, encouraging your darker heart and more inspirational melancholy / sanguine humors this month, Aquarius. These wanderers will first break off from one another and then build up each other's causal bodies of ectoplasm and thus amplify the Mercury-going retrograde communication and contract signing dilemma on the 21st of October, causing emotive despotism. At a time the water bearer usually feels they must ride the goat, or term politically correct, one or the other anyway. The planetoid Pluto is serious about a faster-paced outsourcing your ever-generous sanguine / melancholic humors. They'll warn of spooky nightmares, soon to be seen as the real power behind the world of flesh and third-dimensional sock puppets so entertaining to Aquarius. Going to be spooky. Now, to pose a query to Cambriel, in walks Vishnu, somewhat angrily admonishing his point of view, stating, and I quote, "The best things in the world may not bring you what you think you need, but they are bringing you what you find comical." Unquote. But I digress, Aquarius. Back to what Cambriel has transcribed, and not so much ad-libbing. Addictions to whatever you are normally enjoying will rear their cornrow heads in the month of October. People pleasers as well as obsessive compulsives will be your best friends, agreeing to almost anything swept past their right brain and fastened securely to their left hemisphere. Be very careful, though, Libra. Some people are secretly right-handed, and this may cause you problems in creating your own reality and developing people in your fancy. You must figure out if the person you wish to help is right or left-handed from birth and not a casualty of obligatory left-handed education, as is the case so much of the time with the generation of crystalline children and millennials. Love matters are going to be incurable. There is no cure for love. There will be a fair amount of irksome, aggro, and emo behavior created in loved ones due to all the attention you'll be generating in October due to the aforementioned lunar and solar eclipse array presenting this month, Aquarius. You may find very unusual, mischievous strategies among your Leo and Gemini relationships, involving well-meaning Capricorn and Cancer friends, family, or lovers, creating a more peaceful atmosphere when the fall sets into October leaves. The planet Mercury will fool the water bear twice this month, since you are still reeling from ninth house influences. Fellow air signs are sure to give you plenty of food for thought and much to think about, coaxing you into sincere chimney corner chats. Fire signs are sure to be your best friends and your best bet for love and sex. But always remember that although love dings, Cupid's arrows are being well directed, and you can attenuate the amount of attention you either want or don't want from all those infatuated water signs, Aquarius. October is a month best understood by a friendly humor, leading to seasonal games with elementals, menahunis, leprechauns that cause great delight. Delightful indeed. Magic is afoot, so don't forget the effects of water over your quick fix air mentality, Aquarius, because it causes the watery tears of those in love with you to form a cold rain, while simultaneously increasing your interest in them. So, Aquarius, what's going on here is that people are going to try to act cold in order to get you to pay more attention to them, so that to make you interested in them. So they'll, people want what they can't have, so they'll try to pretend that you cannot have them. You'll want to have them. Say what? The water bear will do well in October, bringing ever thoughtful. Back up. On with what Cambrielle has to say. Enough funny business. The water bear will do well in October, being ever thoughtful of your enhanced temperament and the tempers of both yourself and those you consider your lively rivals. This month, marking All Hallows Eve, is a month of great success for the water bear when it comes to love and sex. If you only take your time and see the easy relationships you so desire, attempting to secure you into a predictable place. So in other words, what Cambrielle is saying here is that people want you to be predictable because they think then that means that you care about them and they'll know for sure you love them. However, once you're predictable, they'll forget about you. So here we go. The intentions of happiness, okay, on with the transmission from Cambrielle. The intentions of happiness bestowed by the Creator are there to please rather than being any form of confinement or drudgery planned for you predominantly. People do care for you vastly, as you well know, so allow others to properly entertain and befriend you. And for goodness sakes, Aquarius, allow people who are relatives and close friends to help you a little more rather than trying to do everything for yourself. Allow them to be your best friends and resist the bribery to create a financial opportunity when simple friendship is what is not only necessary, but best for everyone involved in the affair. The ego is the worst enemy of the soul, and the body is the worst enemy of the spirit. For the spirit brings the body to its final position, in the grand scheme of things. Any discrepancy in human equations is easily corrected when one realizes that the ego is the fly in the proverbial ointment, the mistake in God's mathematics, and the root cause of all evil. Money is not evil. Our egos are evil. And money is just a refraction, not a reflection, a refraction and a tool thereof. When it comes to romance, you are seeing it fade to black due to overzealous salesmanship on the part of production specialists, Aquarius, because you have forgotten to utilize your best qualities of manners and directness instead of familiarity and status. Gain back everything you feel you have lost by organizing this month, as well as taking time to see your friends and family as much as you can while continuing to appropriately attend to your dedicated relationship, because you have one. Money matters will prove to be a tad cumbersome in October, Aquarius, yet malleable to properly executed enchantments. The water bearer finds the holy grail to swim in and much treasure at the bottom of the economic sea this month. You will find riches in even the lowliest of bottom feeders, who can survive anything, for everyone has something to add to the holographic equation that is life on this globe known as Terra. There's lots to be thankful for, and the water bearer is doing very well in the exchange area of life, and there's more of this to come, Aquarius. A woman or a man's home is her or his castle, as they say. You must build sturdy fundamentals and plant good seeds, as well as decorate your homes and yards to fully enjoy the season of Halloween. Not to pick on your Virgo friends and family, Aquarius, but they may feel a need to be generous with their holdings and thus increase their emotional gratification and popular status in October, simply due to a desire to have good, heartfelt associations, storing up treasures in heaven instead of going after riches buried beneath the earth. Fire signs and fellow air signs will be securing their treasure chests and safes deep within hidden places for a future time when the need arises, or for the next generation. A little side note from Cambriel's transmission: we had seen that there was a new type of Facebook for just rich people. I can't remember the name of it, but it's just for rich people. You have to pay $9,000 and then $3,000 every year, and then you can hang out with people who don't get mad at people for being successful and being rich and having wonderful vacations and wonderful homes and wonderful things. And people can, be around people who are not put off by that kind of thing and enjoy that. That's a good thing. Okay, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a Facebook, a special place for only rich people. Okay, now back to Cambriel's transmission. They are planning 7 generations ahead at this point. The powers that be, that is, and most proper families and the elites and the governments of the world, the New World Order, whatever you want to call it, are planning 7 generations ahead. I think that's something that's practiced in like China, which is a good thing to do at this point. So it is not an indication that they don't want to distribute to you and yours. Quite the reverse is true. They want to store up the reserves of treasures, so there will be treasure chests full of funds to be used in the event that any unexpected necessity may arise. Just overcautious. Okay. Or maybe just cautious enough. So you should be cautious rather than annoyed with fellow air signs in general, however, especially in these matters of sponsorship this month, and watch your wealth, along with your partners in business and marriage, become proudly successful rather than insuperably anxious due to any perceived poor status, addiction to self-importance, and all will be well with you. It's okay to have self-importance, just to not have it become such an addiction that it makes you unhappy. It's the riches and your success is something to be enjoyed, not something to get so addicted to that you then cannot enjoy it. That's all that means. Continuing with the transmission of Cambriel, health matters require the water bearer's expertise this month with various tinctures, concoctions, and formulas you may try, be they of an allopathic or homeopathic nature. This is an area where you have learned much, and others will want your support, especially Virgo the Virgin and Aries the Ram. There are many ancient remedies or old wives' tales that have been forgotten or abandoned in favor of modern healing techniques that are both expensive and time-intensive. Of course, the more ancient healing methods are time-intensive as well, but require a more do-it-yourself approach instead of having someone else fix something. Thankfully, much of modern medicine stands on the back of eons of discovery, bringing the easing of much suffering to many peoples and nations around the globe. The trick is to not overdo anything, as is always the forewarning. If you are not sure about a certain course of action, simply do nothing. Because if you are not certain, it's not for you. Don't hesitate to try out new things, just like your mother used to say, Aquarius. Enjoy the special treats of Halloween season this month for your health, vitality, vim, and vigor. Be wise, be well, be all you are meant to be, Aquarius. Your divine tone of I know brings many warring factions to the table in October. Thank you for joining us, Aquarius, and join us again next month.